Before we go into the charts, I want to cover one specific concept that is another big point on reframing your mind and setting yourself up about how you're going to approach trading. Okay. First, I want to discuss that there is no secret strategy to perfectly predict every single move in the market and be right 100% of the time, right? Why? Because the markets are moved by many, many, many different participants, mostly due to institutional funds like quant firms, hedge funds, big companies, big banks that handle hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Large amounts of money that regular retail traders, which are people like us, that don't manage. Okay, we make up a very small percent. I believe we make up 10% of the entire market um, today, as of today. And institutional makes up around like 80 to 90% of the entire price movement. Okay, so we don't have access to their direct teachings and their direct information, and they don't all trade the same exact way, right? They have their own style that they have workers for that have developed over time, and there is no one solution fits all type of strategy or situation, right? So since we understand this concept, now we have to understand that the only way to win the market is to have a small edge over it, right? To beat it over time, but we can't guarantee that we're going to win every single time, right? But we can guarantee is that we're going to try to win at least more than 50% of the time in the long run, right? We want to have the edge in our favor. We want to be like the casino in the gambling world, right? Because the casino has the edge over the regular gamblers, right? This is what I like to tell people. You need to think like the casino. You need to think like the casino, play like the casino, and be like the casino. Okay, and that's how you're going to win like the casino. The casino doesn't get frustrated when a random gambler hits a jackpot and the casino loses money one random day or one random set, right? They don't complain. They don't say their machine's broken or whatever, but they continuously use it because they know they have that small edge in their favor. And that's exactly what you're going to do as a retail trader as well. You're going to have that small edge in your favor that's going to give you that advantage over the market in a long run. Why? There are majority of traders that are failing. Okay, majority of traders fail. Over 90 to 95% of traders fail. So, and a very, very small percentage have that edge in the favor that get to make the crazy amount of money that take all the other traders' money away. Okay? Because for every buyer, there needs to be a seller. That's essentially how the market moves, right? Demand and supply. If there is greater demand, there are more buyers than sellers, the price is going to go up. Buyers are more aggressive, it's going to go up even faster. There are more sellers than buyers, then the price is going to go down. More aggressive sellers than buyers, and it's going to go down a lot. Okay, it's all about supply and demand, right? Every buyer needs a seller, right? This is not only applied towards trading, this applies towards any market for any goods and services, right? That's the main thing I want to cover. Another thing I want to cover is avoid most of the BS noise on YouTube. After I've discussed some of the concepts in the previous videos about mindset and about trading and kind of about how it works, and a little bit in this video, understand that you need to solely be able to understand what is BS and what is noise and what isn't, right? Because like I said earlier, there is no one secret strategy that tells you exactly how the market's going to move for every exact candle, right? You just need to pick an approach, pick a style of trading that suits you and your preferences and your circumstances. For example, let's say you're somebody who has work in the mornings and you trade futures, right? If you have work in the mornings where the New York session opens up, maybe you're not able to trade at that time, but you're able to trade towards the end of market at around 3 p.m. Eastern. So you could trade at that point. Or maybe you work better, maybe your performance and your trades do better at night and you're busy working throughout the entire day. So you take trades at night. Or let's say you don't even like trading every single day. You like holding your position across multiple days, right? You like swing trading. If you guys don't know what that is, that's just a style of trading that lets you where you hold your position over a day, over one regular trading day for up to that point, from that point up to like a few weeks. That's swing trading. Some people like that style of trading, but it's all about finding an approach that matches you and your personality and your style and your preferences. Okay, there's no one solution, holy grail, one solution fits all strategy. That's why I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So avoid most of the noise that's on YouTube that's trying to sell you their secret strategy, their holy grail, because that stuff doesn't exist, right? The thing that does exist, the true secret, is your experience, your mindset, your intuition, your strategy that you build, and we'll get into all that stuff in the future videos. But right now, I'm just trying to set your mind up, trying to curate your mind, and kind of put you on the right path and mold you into to have the right mindset that a profitable trader should have, right? When you're coming into this series that I'm building, I want you guys, I know this is a little late to mention, but I want you guys to forget all the previous knowledge that you've learned and focus on all the value and all the information I'm giving to you and apply them together. And don't just bring in some random information that you heard from some previous guru, because this is going to be A through Z, from beginner to advanced, like A through Z. Exactly what it means is from the start to the end. So if you combine everything I talk about in this series to your performance, to your approach, to your skill, to your trading, you will see the benefits play out, right? But if you try to bring in some other stuff and try to listen to some other guru's false advice about them selling you on some secret holy grail or whatever secret approach, or something that doesn't exist, then you're gonna mess yourself up and set yourself back by months to potentially years. So avoid most of the noise on YouTube and most of the BS that's trying to sell you or funnel you into some secret, something that doesn't seem right. If it doesn't seem right to you and something sounds sketchy, avoid it at all costs. Avoid it at all costs. That's what I recommend to you. Okay? Find an approach that makes sense to you, suits your personality, and I'm going to help you find all of that stuff in this video. I'm going to be talking about my approach, my style of trading, and some of you guys might not even like my style of trading, and that's totally fine. My style of trading and my approach is built from my experience over the past many, many years, and that's also why it takes a decent amount of time for people to master trading, because it takes time to find an approach that makes sense to you the most and suits your personality the best and gives you the best reward, right? It takes time to find that. The reason I'm on here talking about explaining this is because some people might not even like the approach that I trade. They might like some other approach, and maybe they like an approach that I don't like to trade, or that I've tried and I don't like to trade, right? But I'm still on here giving advice to those people who may like my preference and my style of trading, and they might benefit from using the way trading the way I trade, because it just suits their circumstances and their preferences and their personality. But trading is a skill that when you master it, you can apply the concepts and apply the information to almost any strategy, because it's not like a strategy is specific. The rules and concepts about trading generally are different for every specific strategy. The strategy as a whole is different, but the concepts about how to use a strategy and the mindset and how to implement the system and the basics and general foundational knowledge about trading is the same, besides, like, not depending on whatever strategy you're using, right? It's all the same. The strategy part is just what you have to build and curate to your own style and your own preference. So don't just try to copy some random gurus 100% win rate, 1 to 100 RR style system, whatever they're trying to sell you, right? Find an approach that makes sense to you. You're going to have to work on it. You're going to have to build it. And I'm going to tell you guys how you're going to work on it and build it and curate it to make it personalized to you, so it fits your mindset, fits your style of trading, and it makes sense the most to you. Because if you don't see two profitable traders on here that trade the exact same. There is none. They trade their own way. They've built their system to make it their own preference and their own style. I'm sure they've tested it as well. And we're going to be covering all that in the later videos about how to do that entire process, because it's very important for you to understand how to build your own system. But before we even get into that, I need to set your mind right on how you're going to approach trading and the truth behind it and how it works. Because if you don't, then you're going to set yourself back by listening to some guru that talks that small part of your brain that's telling you you can get rich trading, you can get rich in 1 month just trading, just by clicking buttons that I tell you to, using my signals from my perfect strategy that market makers don't even know about. No, that doesn't exist, and they're there to just take your money. So understand how you're going to approach trading, which I just talked about in this video. You're going to find an approach that makes sense to you, and we're going to help you with all of this stuff. And you're going to avoid most of the BS noise on YouTube, right? It's kind of hard to avoid most of the BS noise when you're just starting out. So you need to take the time to learn the foundational knowledge that I'm going to teach you in this free A through Z course. And then you're going to slowly know after you gain the basic knowledge and apply it to yourself and learn from other areas as well. You're going to slowly know what is BS and what is not, and slowly understand what to filter out and what to not filter out. Now, again, my system and my approach is not the holy grail. It's not the final end all be all method. Now, you might find another mentor or another person, another trader who fits their approach and their style of trading suits more closer to your preferences, right? And that's totally fine. That's the beauty of trading. You need to find an approach and a style that makes sense to you, and you find other traders who trade with that similar approach, and you learn from them, and you implement some new things, and you try new stuff out, right? It's a constant learning game, and you're always a student of the game. You're always improving, always learning. I'm learning to this day, constantly improving my skills and sharpening my edge and sharpening my sword, right? It's all about sharpening our skill set. So hopefully that covered a little bit about the mindset part of trading and the psychology and how you're going to approach trading. I don't know exactly what I'm going to title this, something about like the truth about trading or how you're going to approach trading. But generally, yeah, that's the main concept about the video. So the next coming videos are probably going to solely go into the charts and candlesticks, how the charts work, different time frames, charting tools, and a lot more into that. And then slowly probably dive into strategy, right? It's one video at a time. Right, you need to fully grasp all the concepts I'm teaching you. This isn't no retention, dopamine rush type of video, Mr. Beast spec type of video. This is slow. This is helping you digest the information in a slow process in a way that you can understand. And if you guys need to, or if you guys are able to, literally put this on 2x speed and watch this at double the speed if you really have to. But I would say watch it and try to focus on it. Try to focus on the video. I would say, honestly, don't even take notes. I think I mentioned this in the previous videos, but don't take notes. Try to be in the moment and absorb the information that I'm telling you and let it engrave into your brain. And if you have to, repeat the video over and over again until it's engraved in your brain. But for me, at least, note taking doesn't help me stay focused and zoned in onto the material that I'm learning from. But when I'm focused solely on absorbing the content and information that's being displayed to me or taught to me, I learn a lot better and it stays more in my brain because I'm fully focused in the moment on understanding the knowledge, understanding the information being provided to me, right? So that's what I would recommend to you guys. That's my style of learning. So try that out. And that's what I would recommend you guys to approach this entire series, right? Because again, this is literally not edited. If you've watched any of the previous videos or any of the future videos, if you're watching this later, none of this stuff is edited. It's just me sitting here talking raw, uncut, unedited, pure brain dumping, value dropping, organized A through Z free path to profitability course or guide course, whatever you want to call this. Okay. All on my YouTube for free. Okay. So next video is going to be diving more into the charts, possibly like candlesticks, time frames, how all that stuff works, and slowly going to strategy while also covering mindset, right? Very, very important. And a lot of other things about psychology, risk management, discipline, whatnot. There's a lot of stuff to unpack, right? I'm trying to organize this in the best way possible to make it like the guide to get you guys from nothing to something in trading. Okay, so stay tuned for the coming videos. I will see you guys in the next video.